Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Craig. I am the CEO of Surgeon's Choice Medical Center in Southfield, and I am also a clinical psychologist, and I serve on the board of the DDA in Southfield.
Okay, Dr. Craig, if you can give us a little background, where are you from originally?
I grew up in Pittsburgh and was in different cities all over New York and upstate New York and Chicago for many years before I was in Detroit.
Awesome. Now, what inspired you to become a doctor?
Oh, we don't have enough time for that.
Inspire me.
What inspired me to become a psychologist was I just always was invested in psychology and helping people and listening, and just always wanted to be someone who could make that sort of impact in the world. If you do what you want, everything else will follow.
Yes.
It's everyone who's chasing, I should be, I should have, then they're chronically unhappy.
What about your educational background? I know that's a long one, but...
So I initially got a undergrad degree from Syracuse in psychology and advertising. Then I worked in New York City and Chicago in advertising for a bunch of years. And then I got a master's and a PhD in clinical psychology in Chicago school. It's just a small PhD school there. Well, I was trained and learned to simplify big concepts down to one nugget.
Yes.
How you can take all of this and turn it into that. Because if not, no one understands it.
That's right.
So pithy, strong statements that are meaningful.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they don't get it.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received? And from who?
The best piece of advice I ever received was in grad school, where somebody told me that no matter how smart you are, how accomplished you are, how experienced you are, you still don't know anything. Doesn't mean you're not smart, doesn't mean you're not capable, but every situation is different. And every person and everything you encounter has different background and how they got there. And you have to start out from recognizing that you don't know anything, or else you step in it pretty quickly.
Well, when it comes to your involvement with the DDA, what would you say is your purpose in that? What are you bringing to that table?
Yes, I'm CEO of the hospital, and yes, I'm a clinical psychologist, but I have all this advertising background. I was an executive coach all over the country for years. I wrote a book that's been all over the world. I am on the radio here each week in WJR, but I bring all of those things for all of the years together of understanding of all these different industries and advertising and healthcare and psychology and promotion and marketing. I can bring all of that I bring to all of my jobs, but that I can bring to the board too, because we're trying to grow Southfield in a different, new and unique way. And the more diverse thinking and approaches and experiences we have on the board, the more we can attract the right people.
From a standpoint of making those careful decisions, when the mayor brought the arts as a point of interest for the city, what were your thoughts on that?
I think it's terrific. It's just like I was saying before. The more different aspects of humanity we reach out to, the better it will be for everybody here. So having the arts and having business and having community, everything that we can get in a major city should be part of this smaller city, and that's what will make it grow.
With regards to I'll say the business culture in Southfield, do you see maybe 5 years from now, what do you think that will look like?
I think this is a wonderful time in the history of Southfield. It's a city with so much potential that's now finally reaching that potential. With the Northland, the changes that are going there, all the opportunities that are coming there, the different businesses, the different opportunities. This town is really changing right now. And for those who don't know it, they should come by and see it, because you can feel it.
Yes.
You feel the construction going on. It's a city that, while it never died, it certainly had its dark times, but it is turning around quickly. And more businesses are coming, more and more people are coming, and it just feels so different now than it did before.
Mm-hmm. Now, when was your first encounter with Southfield? I know you went to Syracuse, New York, and all of that. What was your first?
So when I moved here 30 years ago,
in the 90s.
I guess it was the 90s, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I moved here. And Southfield was quite different then, yes.
And so Southfield was going through a renaissance, as most of Metro Detroit.
Right.
You
Yes.
know, I guess it has to get bad before it gets better.
Well,
And-
the perimeter cities, as they call them, that kind of died and then now are being reborn.
Mhm. And I think that 9-mile corridor is a great handshake for
That's right.
all of those from Royal Oak, actually over to Warren, and it keeps handshaking all the way through. But it seems that Southfield, again, has those main thoroughfares coming through here.
If you drive across 9 Mile now into Ferndale, you can see what they've done on the road there and the bike path and
Yes.
all of the stuff that are really connecting all these communities
Yes,
in a nice way.
awesome.
Part of what's coming.
Now, if you had to pitch an independent business person or a small to mid-cap business, what would be your pitch to them?
My pitch, why I would come to Southfield, is it's one of the same reasons we're in Southfield. Now, we happen to be here, but it works very well for us. The location is wonderful. Like you said, it's the center of it all. We pull people from all over the city and they can all get here easily. So its location is fabulous. Its diversity is fabulous. I mean, there is people from all different groups and ethnic groups and socioeconomic status. It's really a melting pot of people, which really gives it its energy. But it's a growing city. It's got more people coming in and out than it ever did before. And now when the price is right, because as we were talking before, rents are lower, it's really revitalizing. Now is the time to get part of that energy that's coming, that you can truly feel when you spend time here. And as I said, for our business, not only its location, but we're different and there's no one else like us in town. We're a unicorn. And the fact that when people come to us and they say, wow, this is a gem that I didn't know existed. And the people are great here. It's a family. It's a unique business with energy. It feels like a new thing that should have happened years ago is happening right here in Southfield. That's a good example of what else is happening in Southfield.